have created the best build in NBA 2K25. If you need a build that can dunk, shoot, dribble, and defend, this is the build for you. It's only day one, and I am already cooking everybody that I play. I'm gonna give you guys the build, the jump shot, the dribble moves, and the dunk packages. Drop a like, and let's get into it. My fellow GOATs, what if I told you that for the next 4 weeks, if Caleb Williams throws for 1 passing yard, you win. And you're gonna get a free $50 when you place just one $5 lineup when you sign up using code YoungDirk. First, you're gonna pick your sport, then you're gonna pick the category within that sport. You can mix and match them. Then you're gonna pick your players, and you're gonna decide if those players are gonna go more or less than the number in that category. The more picks you get right, the more money you make. Especially if you add some demons to your lineup, the multiplier gets crazy. Make sure you use code YoungDirk to get the $50 free promo. Please play responsibly, available in select states. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. We're going with a point guard, 6'3". The reason why we're not going 6'4" is because we want the mini marksman badge. For the weight, we're gonna keep it at 198 pounds, and then we're gonna keep the wingspan at 6'7", and we're gonna use a cap breaker that involves the wingspan with the 3-point, so pay attention. And if you did not know, you actually get your first 5 cap breakers at starter 3, which is a lot earlier and easier than I expected. You guys know me, we're bringing the meter dunking Dirk back. We're going with a 93 driving dunk with the 80 vertical to get posterizer on gold, which will unlock us pro contact dunks off 1 and 2 and small contact dunks off 1 and 2. The close shot is going to stay at a 78. The driving layup, we have to put it up to a 77 because of the other attributes that are going to go up later. Onto the three-pointer, very important. This is where I was talking about the cap breaker. Obviously, it would make sense to go to a 94 3 for that mini marksman on gold, right? But 94 is a lot more expensive than 93, and the difference between silver and gold probably isn't going to be huge. I would rather use my badge perk or a cap breaker to get the 94 3 and spend the extra attributes elsewhere. So we are going with a 93 3, an 83 midi, and a 68 free throw. Now let's look at the badges. Deadeye on gold, limitless range on gold. That's why we went with the 93 specifically. That's how you get the limitless on gold. And we got the set shot specialist along with the shifty shooter on gold. And we're gonna come down here. Now you only need a 72 to get the shifty shooter on gold. And if you do not know what this badge is, it is pretty much the new Agent 3s and Midi Magician combined into one badge. But instead of the 72, we're gonna put our agility up to an 80 because that is our lateral quickness. And because we are only 6'3", I want to make sure our defense as good as it can be. I feel like a lot of people are going to make the mistake and have low agility on their build. Up to the pass accuracy. This is a 2s build. Can it be used on 3s and 5s? Yes, but I'm going with a 70 pass accuracy because this is primarily a 2s build, and this is the pass accuracy I have ran the past 2 years. Now to the ball handle. I was originally going to go with an 85 or an 86, but I labbed up for you guys, and we need that Stephen Curry escape, and I'm going to show you my dribble moves and some combos towards the end of this video. But we are going with 92 ball handle for Steph escape. This is going to get us ankle assassin on silver, handles for days on gold, and unpluckable on gold. Then for the speed with ball, in my previous build videos I preached 90 speed with ball to get the De'Aaron Fox dribble style. Well, I got bad news. 2K patched the De'Aaron Fox speed boost. It is not as good as it was at Community Day. The cross launch is still godly, but they patched the speed boost. But don't worry, there's a new dribble style which I'll show you later in the video, and we are going to go with a 91 speed with ball for that lightning launch on Hall of Fame, and if we want, we can use the +1 badge perk for this on Legend. On to the defense, let's start with the steal. We are a 6'3 guard, we are pretty tiny. We want to go with a 91 steal to have that gold glove on gold, along with the interceptor on gold. The interceptor on gold is going to be very useful when you're playing 3s and you're guarding the corner while your lock is guarding the ball. Now for our perimeter, we're going with an 85, which is going to unlock us Challenger on silver, On Ball Menace on silver, and if you don't know what this badge is, it's pretty much the new clamps. Well, that's what we think. It's not confirmed, but that's what our assumption is from the comp community. And then we're going to get Pick Dodger on silver as well, along with Off Ball Pest on gold. As far as the interior defense. I know people are gonna be like, Dirk, you're 6'3", what's the point of putting interior, blah, blah, blah. At Community Day, when I was dunking on the computer, builds with 0 interior or little to no interior were super easy to dunk on compared to builds with interior. So I'm going to put this up to a 60. Remember, this is your build. If you want to go no interior, that is completely up to you. And then we're going to go down to the block. Block is very cheap on these guards, and we are just going to max it out at a 51. And then we're going to have our defensive rebound on a 45 because of the perimeter. 86 speed, so we're going to be very fast off the ball. The 80 agility for that lateral quickness, like I said earlier. 45 strength, 80 vert. We have built a two-way inside-out ISO creator. Unfortunately, Patty Mills is not unlocked yet. You get that as a reward later in the game. So we're gonna go with Patty 2.0, which is Stephen Curry base. And then for the releases, we're gonna go with Oscar, the classics. It always works. Full speed, 50-50 blend, and we're putting our release queue on push. Remember, important, if you want all of the proven best jump shots in the game, use NBA 2K Lab and use the code DIRK. I will leave the link in the description. They literally have all the best shots in the game, and every year when the game comes out, I always get my jump shots from them. Now for the dunks, we're going to start with 2 foot. We're going to put the reverses on. We are going to do baseline reverses off 2. We are going to put on clutch baseline reverses off 2. And then we're going to come down to the contact dunks, obviously equip them all. We're going to do the same for 1-footed contact dunks as well. Go to the reverses again and put baseline reverses off 1. Then we're going to go over to double clutch, put on front clutches, and then we're going to go to the NBA players and put on Russell Westbrook. Now for the dribble moves, there are 6 main moves you need to put on. First is your dribble style. You're going to use Darius Garland. That gives you the fastest burst in my opinion. Then for your signature size up, you're going to put on Derrick Rose. This is the quickest one in the game to my knowledge right now. And then for your escape, we're going to put on Stephen Curry. This to combo with Derrick Rose is great, and I will show you guys that in a bit in some clips. Your crossover is going to be Chris Paul. This is the new quote-unquote John Wall. It's not as effective, but it's the best we have in the game right now, in my opinion. For your behind the back, unfortunately, Jamal Murray is out of the game. Darius Garland is the best one that I have seen so far. This is my Murray replacement. And then your step back, the wall step back is not in the game anymore, so we are going to go with Luka. Here I am comboing up with those 6 moves I just gave you. There are a ton of possibilities you can do. I'm just doing the Curry into the Derrick Rose, into the behind the back, into the Luka, blah, 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 blah. And the Derrick Rose, you're able to just spam it and go left, right, how you just saw right there. And there are just a ton of different combos you can do with just these 6 moves. Just put on these 6 moves, play around with them, and you will be a better dribbler. If you guys want to get better at 2K, watch the video on screen and drop me a sub. I hope you guys enjoyed the build, the animations, the jump shot, etc. Have a good day. Go out. And lastly, appreciate NBA 2K for providing me this code to check out NBA 2K25 before it releases.